So, we capture this base and take...
That's how it was where I grew up.
I was just double-checking mission orders, Ocean.
Back to our rear position. Retreat!
Strider 1, target destroyed. Locked on bandit. There are more vehicles along the road. They don't appear to be military. Peruvian refugees must be fleeing since the conflict got worse.
Unidentified aircraft. Identify at once or we'll open fire.
What are you talking about? They already are firing on us. The enemy's confused. I know.
We're all out of ammo. Don't give up. We're not going to lose our country again. Fire the Salmon 1. Our anti-aircraft weaponry is down by 30%. Why are they attacking this base?
Strider 1, Fox 2. So what's this faction split from the Erusian military? The autonomous state of Shalaji used to be a nation. The region has always leaned towards independence. Those who want to restore their homelands flock to it. Apparently, their core consists of officers from Vasilij, which neighbored Shalaji.
Are they our enemies?
They're our enemy's enemy, but not our friends. Enemy on your back. Hostile confirmed destroyed.
Missile. Missile.
Hurry up with takeoff prep.
Strider 1, missile launched. The resistance is strong. They seem pretty desperate.
They have 4 aircraft. 4 planes incoming. Fire more missiles. Hit them with AA shells. They'll come down.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Strider 1 is hit.
Missile.
Target's in machine gun range.
Missile. Missile.
They've lost us. We're unable to use the SAMs. Help me! There's that squad with 4 fighters.
Caution. Caution. Pull up.
You're almost blind in there. Stay sharp.
Pull up. Caution.
Tank is destroyed. Target acquired.
Protect the base.
Caution.
Target destroyed. We're coming up on the castle. Let's hurry up and capture this base so we can get its fuel and supplies. Shit!
I feel like we're a group of burglars.
Don't say that. This is for our survival.
Yeah, I know.
We don't have enough AA weapons.
That's Shalaji Castle.
They're here already. We've paid what they did to our scouts. Take in both civilians and refugees without discrimination. Get away from the stone buildings and take shelter somewhere safe. Lock on.
Target hit.
That's no good. Good idea. The fire set off a chain reaction. At least stop it from spreading.
Behind my target.
Missile.
In gun range.
Missile.
Hang in there. This battle isn't over.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you. Fox 2.
Target destroyed.
Target locked.
Missile.
Already in a place to strike back. We've lost more than half of our forces. The battle won't last much longer. Let them have our lives. As long as our nation stands, the young will carry on. Enemy going. Damage report. Shit. We still have plenty of missiles left, but the launcher is toast.
Missile.
Street, nobody answer us.
Missile.
Hostiles. All aircraft confirmed.
This town's of high cultural value. It's unfortunate we didn't bomb it like we did.
We do what we can to survive, right?
Not something I'll tell my son about.
Strutter 1, missile launched.
I'm taking fire. Still throwing candy. Missile evading. A8 destroyed. We're stealing ducks. Cancel takeoff. Soul Squadron, stand by. Everything's okay.
This battle seems like we can get up there. Along with hope of restoration. Don't worry. As long as we accelerate inside the tunnel, they won't be able to shoot us down that easily.
Our air defense capabilities are compromised.
Their interceptors are in the air.
All right.
Getting to takeoff speed inside the tunnel is insane.
Soul Squadron, airborne. Shoot the invaders out of our skies. Good luck, Soul Squadron.
Understood. You are in violation of Shalaji airspace. Turn around or we'll be forced to shoot you down.
This is the OCN Long Range Strategic Strike Group. Land immediately and hand over your planes and base to us.
Missile.
You must be the Stormers. It's absurd for you to be talking so tough after losing one of your leaders at Lombardi. You bastard.
Missile.
You
Missile.
defile this country.
Missile.
As long as you're here, this country will never know peace. Shit. I'm out. Ejecting.
Stall warning. Stall warning.
That was okay. Being out under those conditions. I can see his parachute. He's breaking exit to safety.
3 to go. Don't let them work together. Back up trigger.
Wilco.
Missile.
Righto.
Strutter 1, target acquired.
Soul Squadron. Move Snowblood's leader to King. Locked on, Bandit. Where's McHead? He's ejected. Damn. We can't even last long enough to buy ourselves some time. As expected, but a lucky shot will be boring. Some kind of energy window. No, it's a railgun.
Strutter 1, you have a bogey approaching at high speed. Bearing 090, straight from the east. High-speed projectile launch from the aircraft.
I'm testing this aircraft. You must find your own sky. We can still help you. Don't waste your life. Dedicated to recovery.
generation. And I've found every last one of them.
Nickel.
Fox 2.
Strider 1 scored another hit.
It's a hit. The unidentified aircraft is going down.
He got him. Trigger has splashed a bandit. Can you hear me? Pilot with the 3 strikes. This was all due to my ego. I unleashed pure chaos upon this world, just so I could keep my wings.
Is this a message to Trigger? What does it mean?
I don't think this war is over just because we shot down Mr. X. Yeah, it's gonna take something else entirely to end this thing. I just don't know what.
No Osean forces are in the region.
Nearby is only a rumor. There's no sign of them from the skies. Rumors, rumors, rumors. This is what happens when you lose communications. But we got one good fact. The plane Trigger shot down was an advanced model of the X-02 Wyvern. It was developed in the last Continental War. Erusia had a lot up their sleeves. Apparently, they were even supposed to have Belkin aircraft back in the First War. What if Trigger couldn't shoot it down? Just thinking about it gives me chills. We're lucky to be here. In war, you never know what's lurking behind the curtains. But it looks like everything's loose now. Solid chain of command, rest periods after sorties, a battlefield where you know friend from foe. All of that's gone now, lost in a fog of confusion. Feels like a distant dream. Now, just how the hell are we gonna get out of this mess?
When we got to the mainland, we found the space elevator's support facility. I guess this was the factory where they built the gigantic structure the elevator traveled in. There was this little girl sitting in front of a mural. When the princess saw her, she shuddered like she'd seen a ghost. The girl had a stuffed animal. This was the day after the shit went down at Tyler Island. She walked right up to the princess, took her hand, and led her into the factory. One thing's for sure, they knew each other. The factory'd been converted to a production line for Erusian drones. It was fully automated and chugging along, making drone after drone after drone. Once they got inside, the princess stopped and just stood there. Another girl was there with a man in a lab coat. He was trying to use his keyboard, but she wouldn't let him. She took a data chip and threw it on the ground. Then she walked over to us and took the gun from the prison guard's holster. She pulled the trigger and destroyed the chip. Later, I found out that the girl with the gun and the one with the stuffed animal were sisters. They were also the granddaughters of Mihai A. Shalaji, the legendary pilot. Gramps used to talk about him. He said Mihai was the top ace from 2 wars ago. Know any Belkins? Because this guy was a Belkin, and they loved to stir shit up. Pitting nations against other nations is a particular favorite of theirs, along with developing hyper-advanced technology.
That's right. I'm Belkan, born and raised. My country is gone now. Rather than surrender to its enemy, Belka detonated 7 nuclear weapons on its own soil. My people scattered around the globe, living in the shadows of other countries. We had a new purpose: to breed wars. The theory was that through war, we could achieve our destiny and our revenge. I had just finished inputting Mihai's data when his granddaughter came in. She destroyed the only copy I had of the information I squeezed out of him. The girl loved Mihai. No one knew more than her just how hard I pushed her grandfather for that data, how much I made him sacrifice in the process. I promised his granddaughters that his efforts were not in vain, that it could end this terrible war. But in the end, it only caused more chaos and despair. We were responsible for all this damage, all this tragedy. Now, we were going to pay for it. The Erusians, once our allies, would see to that. I had lost the drive to continue my work, even before I noticed Mihai's granddaughters eyeing me with suspicion that one day. I should have stopped then, for all our sakes. Mihai's granddaughter tossed the gun aside. She said if she resorted to killing, she'd just end up like the rest of us. And by us, she meant everyone, including the princess. Like me, the princess was afraid to look into the girl's eyes. She knew that by encouraging her people, she kept the war going. Mihai and his granddaughter were victims of it, and now, they too were paying the price.
Is this for Belka? Or for Erusea? My grandfather had only one wish: to continue soaring through the endless skies. That was the only place where he felt alive. But I don't even have a country to call home, let alone the sky. The Black Forest, the lake, they are no longer mine. Even though those lands were once cherished by my late mother. We have to learn to put that sense of nostalgia behind us and behave like mature adults.
My homeland. She's right. It feels so far away now. The woman with the rifle approached me. She was focused on more pressing issues.
I checked the computer. All of the data on the legendary Ace had already been installed.
No, I pulled it before it was completed. However, there are 2 aircraft that are already scheduled to be manufactured based on that data.
We must destroy the factory.
This isn't the only one. There are more facilities just like it, and the 2 planes containing the data will be manufactured at one of those facilities.
So, this place runs on solar power that the space elevator generates, right? How about the others? We can destroy the space elevator and cut the power to them. First things first, let's take this one out.
I'll show you which locations to target.
I stood there, thinking about that mural by the factory's entrance. I realized that in the background, behind the dancing figures, the artist had painted several space elevators. I understand now. The space elevator wasn't designed to exploit Erusea after all.
Good. And afterwards, we'll bring down the space elevator itself. No matter why it was built. Right now, it's the root of this chaos.
I wonder...
Yes?
I wonder... which path you would choose when looking at Harling's mirror.
Let's get the briefing started.